because we want it to just sink into that subconscious mind, which is 95% of our thoughts. What's up, guys? It's Marissa with Barely Keeping It Together, and today I want to talk to you all about vision boards, all the different types of vision boards you can make, why they're so important, and a step-by-step of how to make yours. Let's get into it. This is Barely Keeping It Together. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is why do a vision board? Now, let me start this off with a little story. So growing up, my mom was into woo-woo. So she would go to these like women's weekends in the woods. This sounds insane. But anyways, one time my mom and my aunt went to a women's weekend and they did vision boards. Well, I mean, first of all, I was like so embarrassed as a child, but that's not the point of this story. Then fast forward like years and years later, when I was in college, my mom and I were cleaning out her office and we actually found my mom and my aunt's vision boards. And honestly, like it's freaky. They both really created the lives of these vision boards and they hadn't remembered them for years because they were actually filed away in my mom's office from like when I was probably like 7 till when I was like 19. And so my aunt's was all about living up by a lake and doing art and just like living that sort of a life. And my mom's was literally all ocean, sand, like light blues. And neither of them had these lives at all at the time. My aunt lived in Connecticut and my mom lived in New Hampshire where I grew up. Well, by the time we found these vision boards, my mom and dad have a condo in Florida where they spend half the year and literally everything is just like the vision board, like all the ocean and the colors. And like, that's exactly what her condo looks like. And my aunt picked up, moved to Michigan, lives by a lake, does all sorts of art and goes to crafts fairs. By the way, shout out Aunt Pat. I hope you're watching this. Vision boards work. And one of the reasons that they work is actually 95% of our mind is our subconscious thoughts. So that means on a day-to-day basis, we're seriously only using 5% of our brain. So if we're going to have, like, think about what you can consciously do. You can do 20 times that subconsciously. So if we can affect our subconscious mind, we can manifest whatever it is that we want in this world. And by creating vision boards, we're not only telling the universe, but we're subconsciously keep reminding ourselves of these things over and over again. Guys, I have previously made vision boards and honestly, they weren't anything that I kept around as much as I should have, because you should have them around you and remind you of the visuals of what your dream life looks like on an everyday basis, because we want it to just sink into that subconscious mind, which is 95% of our thoughts, and just get all those juices flowing to manifest the life of our dreams. That being said, I did have an item that was on my vision board many years ago. I pinned an item and then I downloaded it, printed it, of an office that was a dream office of mine. It was just beautiful. It had a desk floating in the middle and it was surrounded by windows. Well, without even realizing it, years and years later, when we purchased our 2-flat, the downstairs had an office that I renovated for the 1-room challenge. By the way, you can always check that out on my Instagram at Barely Keeping It Together. You're gonna have to scroll a bit. But the office that I was able to create there and use for just a short period of time, because, well, that's not my office anymore. This is. But was literally almost identical to that office. So, and it took a while that I was like, oh my gosh, I pinned this office years ago. So you guys, we can make things happen if we believe in our subconscious mind that it's possible. So what I want to show you today is how I make my vision boards, but also I'm going to have them everywhere. So I'm going to show you all the different vision boards that I make and how I am going to put them everywhere so that they can just sort of subconsciously get into your girl's mind and I can manifest the things in my life that I really want. So let's get into the technical logistical of how we're going to make these vision boards. The first thing, and probably flat out, this is the most important thing in terms of any sort of manifestation you're going to do, whether it is through vision board or just through trying to create things in your life that you want, is you have to know what your vision is. What is it that you're trying to manifest and bring into your life? Now, if you guys don't know what you're looking for in your life, I'm going to give you a suggestion of a homework assignment, which is to sit down and journal about this writing prompt and just let yourself flow freely. You're going to say, in my dream day, I would wake up and it would look like, and just go through everything. Like, where are you waking up? How do you feel? What are you doing? Who are you with? How are you spending the day? What are the things that you're putting energy into? Who are you around? I think I already said that. So just write freely about that. Now, if you are journaling and you're new to this, try to journal in the morning or sometime that you've been completely away from social media and other influences. So you're not sort of influenced by, the cool, sexy thing you saw on social media last night, or, something else along those lines. You want it to be something that's like genuine to you and your heart and what it is that you want in your life. So you really need to be clear on what your vision for your life is. So that's step number one. Then once you're clear about what you want your vision to be, now this can be for the new year, this can be a 5-year plan, this can be in 30 years, this is what you want to manifest. Like my aunt and my mom, again, that wasn't for like 15 years that their lives looked like this, but they really, really created a vision of what they wanted their lives to look like in the future. So now it's time to curate images. Now, back in the day, we used to create vision boards from cutting things out from magazines. And then last year, actually, my girlfriend and I went to an arts and crafts store and bought all kinds of like stickers and stuff, which was very cool. But what I like to do is my number one friend, Pinterest, right? So I actually have so many boards on Pinterest. By the way, you guys can follow me on Pinterest, Barely Keeping It Together. But I also have a very small board called Vision Board, and I rarely pin something to my vision board because I mean business. Like if I pin it to that board, I'm gonna print it out. So I'm not just gonna like willy-nilly pin a pillow. You know what I mean? So these are things that I really, really want and manifest, and they represent things that I want in my life. So when I went to go and start my vision process for this year, I went to my Pinterest board and I printed them out. Now I also happens to be here, a daily practice of journaling, the things that I want in my life. So I was able to sort of take inventory of what this is and then find images that represented those things for me. And if I didn't find an image that represented what I was looking for, I created it. Canva is our friend. So you guys are going to see, we'll hop over to my computer and I'll show you how I did everything. But I actually created images if there wasn't something that represented exactly what I was looking for. So you want to just curate a gallery of all the different images that are exactly what you envision for your life. Now let's hop onto my computer and I will show you how I find the images, how I get them in Canva, what I do with them, and then the different sizes I make, because spoiler alert, I make more than one vision board. It's not just the physical copy, you guys. It's everywhere, and we're going to get into that. Okay, you guys, so for the board that I'm gonna make, that is a physical board that I'm gonna print out images and copy and paste them, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find my images. I'm on Pinterest here. This is, by the way, my dream kitchen. And what I would do is right click, you have to do it the right click, and I will open image in a new tab. Now that's gonna open. I can either right click again and save image as, or I can screenshot this image. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Word and I'm going to copy and paste all the images that I want to use into a Word document. Now, just a hot tip for you guys so that you can move images around as you like in Word. You want to select the image, click picture format, and over wrap text, you want it to be in line or in front of text, and then you'll be able to move around the pictures as you like. So what I will do is I will go and I will curate all of my images from Pinterest, and I will physically copy into a Word document and print out 2 copies of that for my actual, like, gonna sit down and cut things out and paste them together. Now we are in Canva. If you guys are not familiar with Canva, it is a completely free program. Now I have the paid version because I use it for all kinds of things for my business, but you can have a free Canva account. You just won't get some of the graphics if you have it free. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload all of my images for my vision board into my Canva, and then I'm going to make different sizes so that I can use the vision board for different things. So here in the top right, You can either create a design and select a custom size, or you can search for one of their templates. So one of the examples would be, we're going to type in wallpaper, and this is going to give us the size that we're going to need for a desktop wallpaper. And I actually made my own background for my computer that is my vision board. So you would click blank, or you can choose, by the way, you can choose from any of their templates and use your images if you really like the way one of these looks. That's not exactly what I was going for, but I can actually show you. So then you would go into your uploads here and you would upload media from your device, and you would choose all the images that you saved for your vision board. I'm not going to do it because I already have them uploaded to my Canva. Your vision board. This is my desktop of my 2021 vision board of all the things that I'm working towards. You can see this is, a check I wrote myself. This is a fitness goal that I have. She's my favorite Peloton instructor, but also look how fit she is. I really want to get the Peloton bike as well as the tread, so I put that here. These are some dream homes that I'm in love with. This is my dream gym. This is actually the background of my computer, and I will show it to you on my computer now, but I left this section empty so that I could have all of my files that I keep on my desktop. So you can see this is actually the background of my computer right now. I just saved it and I set it as my desktop, and I can see this every single day, subconsciously, consciously, whatever. Also created different size images so that I could use this other places. So I'm going to have my physical printout copy, which is going to be in my closet. I made this to be 4x6. So printed this out, and it's actually in a picture frame on my desktop. And I just kind of made it cool looking, printed it out, cut it, and it's literally in a 4x6 frame on my desk. Then I made these, which are the size of the background of my phone. I did this by using the size template that they use in Canva for Instagram stories. And I made this, and now it is saved on my phone as an image. I'm not sure which one I actually use. I think this is my lock screen right here. And then this is my home screen because I have my apps up here. So if you guys have any questions about the sizes, etc., don't hesitate to shoot me a message or over on Instagram at Barely Keeping It Together, or leave me a comment down below. I'm happy to answer, but these are a couple of different sizes that I made on Canva to use in different areas. So now we are on the ground, where I love to get creative, actually sitting on the ground and doing things. But first, let me show you, this is the picture frame. If you guys didn't see it, I think I shared, I got this at HomeGoods. Maybe I didn't. I got this at HomeGoods and I got it for 70% off. But I just printed out a 4x6 version of my vision board, and I'm leaving this on my desk, and then it's aesthetic. Now, of the other thing, I printed out 2 copies, and I'm gonna create 2 different versions. One is gonna go in my closet above my desk in there where I film sometimes. I got this at Target. It used to say something, I don't know, something cheesy, and I actually spray painted this black, so this is just wood and black, and I'm gonna tape things on here. And then I bought this intentionally to be a vision piece that's not as ugly. This is a shadow board. I actually got this at Target as well, or a shadow box. You guys can buy some similar on Amazon, and I will make 4 images for this, and I'm gonna hang this somewhere else, and I will show you guys that when I'm done. But let's get to cutting and getting creative. Here is my vision board in my closet. Now, of course, my desk is a mess in here because I'm in the middle of wrapping things for Christmas, so excuse that mess. But you can see that it is in my closet where, I'm getting ready, and I actually work at this desk a lot of the time. So that is there for me to absorb on a daily basis. Really quickly, here is the shower vision board that I'm actually gonna have laminated and stick in here to actually be protected from the water. Okay, here we are in my water closet where I posted my last vision board. So while I'm in the bathroom, I have this glorious thing to look at. All right, guys, that is everything vision board related that I have for you today. I hope this information was helpful for you. Just to recap, I have my small little 4x6 vision board on my desktop. I have one printed out in my shower that's gonna be laminated. I have one in my bathroom and one in my closet. Then digitally, I have one on the desktop of my computer as well as on the background of my phone. So I hope this information was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below. I'm happy to give you guys whatever information or answer any questions you might have. I also am gonna have information all about this over on my website at barelykeepingittogether.com. And you can always message me and go follow me over on Instagram. My handle is at barelykeepingittogether. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel over here. And otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye.